Hey there! Bob from Oregon's Constant Gardener. Welcome to the OCG Fam Show to you, my YouTube buddies. What's going on? What do you got going on in your grow? What's going on in your life? Let me know in the comments and we'll talk about it. And speaking of the comments, a while back in the comments, we answered this on the viewer question show, but I want to talk about it some more. James Adamo said, hey, can I use Bloom Chaos with my flush? You know, and a lot of times I get these questions, Can I add this to a flush? Can I add that to a flush? And I've got a little clip. I want to show a little bit of the answer of this, but the point I'm making is that when we're talking about a flush, there's a couple different things, because when you look at the chart, it shows flush at the end here, and it shows to use Herculean Harvest, Olympus up, of course, to bring the pH up, or the Hades down if you need to, and then using some Aphrodite's extraction added to that. That's talking about the end of the plant life cycle flush. There's also another kind of flush, as you probably know, where we're flushing things out to try and get things cleaned out to restart again when we get some buildup, some lockout, these kinds of things. And we do that as a curative thing when we are having some issues, or as a preventative thing in a feed flush situation to keep things on an even keel. And a lot of times when people are talking about adding things, it's confusing. Are they talking about the end of life cycle flush? Or are they talking about the middle flush? So I want you to watch this clip informationally, but also as a basis for further conversation. So watch this and let's talk about it. I was also considering trying Bloom Chaos on days I do a Herculean Harvest flush. Is that a good strategy for getting the hang of BK?
No.
Or is it only applying the flush days often enough to get the results it's meant to give? So
yeah, I mean, the preventative flush is to prevent an issue. So if you're adding the thing that could trigger an issue to a preventative thing that's supposed to prevent the issue, you may be causing problems. Herculean day only is it's a way of getting just pretty much a fresh watering with a calcium bump and to keep the salt away from the root zone. By putting Chaos on the same time, it's not really a flush, you're just kind of doing a forced Herculean boost. And if your plant has any issues going on at that time, there might be something that could be, it could trigger an issue.
Okay. I have a question. So when you look at the feeding schedule, it has Aphrodite's in the flush column.
Yeah.
Is that only for your final flush? When you're doing your preventative
flushes?
flushes?
No point in doing it as a preventative because you're not trying to sweeten them up at that time.
Yeah.
So in the end, we're really just we're trying to make all the sugar happen at the end.
Right.
And so that's why we put it in the final flush. As a preventative, that's still a feed in some sense.
Sure.
There's no need for it. It's a waste.
So when you're doing your preventative flushes throughout and your curative flushes, it's just Herculean Harvest and then the Olympus to bring it up to the pH range.
And a lot of guys right now are telling me, hey, I feel like when I'm doing these preventative flushes, it's hurting me because my plants are on this trajectory of hunger, and I'm feed, flush, feed, tea. Well, when I do that flush, I'm missing a feed day. Is it okay to still feed? Absolutely. I mean, I just do the feed, flush to prevent an issue from coming on. But if everything is spotless and perfect and just raging, feed, tea. I mean, it doesn't matter. Just rock them and see what they can do. But but for the preventative, the whole point is don't give them a bunch of stuff to work on. Just clear out the stuff they didn't work on. And that's where that Herculean preventative flush comes in. Addition of anything else is just adding food.
Okay! What do you think of that? Did that make sense to you? Did it answer any questions you may have had? Did it inform you in any way? Did it give you other things that you wanted to ask questions about? If so, put them in the comments. Let's have further discussion about this and anything else that might be on your mind. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. The OCG Fam Show. It's pretty good. It happens every day. It's the OCG Fam Show. See you tomorrow.